Hey guys, it's Chardonnay, aka Model Citizens, and I know I have not done a sit down chit chat video with you guys in a long time. That's because I've been traveling, and so a lot of my recent uploads have been just vlogs from my traveling to Russia or Mexico. Hold on, y'all. Today I'm doing a chit chat, sit down, talking straight, looking at the camera to you guys and really interacting with you guys of what has become one of my most popular and I think my favorite video on my channel, which is my Tall Queens video. I got so many comments on that video. I've got so many messages from people just based on people that watched that video, and I wanted to really sit down and kind of just go through the comments. I think there's 40 comments on the video. For my channel, that is a lot because if you don't know, I am a new YouTuber and my channel is slowly but surely growing. But for me, that's definitely the most interaction I've gotten on a video. So I want to go through the comments and kind of answer or react to some of the things that people left on the video. Also, because of so much positive feedback from this video, I think that I am going to start a Tall Girl series on my channel. Give this video a thumbs up if you are down for the Tall Girl series. I got so many people requesting this, and I think I'm a pretty good spokesperson because seeing that I'm 6'1" and 6'1.5" sometimes, and I feel like I can really relate. And I've been tall all my life, and I can really be, you know, that spokesperson, that president for the Tall Girls Club. So I'm going to accept the challenge, and I'm going to do a series on my channel. I'm not sure what it's going to be called, but for right now, I think it's going to be called Tall Queens. Hashtag Tall Queens. Based on the interaction of the video, I'll come on here and maybe answer questions or read comments like I'm gonna do in this video, or just give you some advice. But you guys tell me what you want to see. This series is about you guys. This is about all my tall girls that are subscribed to me and what you want to talk about. This is a community for us tall women. So that's what I'm trying to start. So what we're going to do for the first, well, this will be technically the second video of the series, but I'm going to go back to that first video and read some of the comments, and I'm basically going to react or just comment or answer questions. So also, if you didn't see that video, I will put the link up above or also in the description box so you guys can check that out. But let's just get into it. So if you see me pulling up this tube top, it is literally because I'm trying to make sure you can see it and it doesn't look that like I don't have clothes on. I uploaded this like late February, almost March, and it has 1,500 views. That's pretty good for me. And then it has 63 likes and one hater that disliked it. They're probably short. So I'm not going to do people's names because, yeah. Because first of all, I'll butcher your name. And second of all, just if you want to know who said it, go to my page. First one I see is someone saying, I'm hardly the target audience. I'm a 5'10" male, but I'm curious how tall girls respond to each other in real life. Are they glad or weirdly offended at no longer being the one tall girl in the group? That's actually a really good question. I do have a lot of tall friends. So I have a handful of tall friends. Like I would say a majority of my friends are like 5'9", 5'10", and up. So for me, this is me personally, I love that I have tall friends because it's, first of all, you have a group of people that can relate to you, number one. Number two, when as tall women, we already stand out. So like if I go out, I'm usually with, 9 times out of 10, I'm with another tall woman. So to me, it's kind of comforting because I'm not the only tall one, so I don't stick out as much. Like I don't stick out like a sore thumb, like if I was with some girls that were way shorter than me and I was just like towering over them. I'm trying to word this right. We still stand out, but it's comforting to have other people that stand out with you. So you don't feel as awkward. You don't feel as like, oh man, like I'm the tallest girl in this group. I look like a freaking giant compared to these small girls. It's like everybody is pretty much tall, so we all get, if somebody says something to one of us, they're going to say something to all of us. So I actually feel comfort from having a lot of taller friends or tall friends. But like I said, I do have short friends. I don't discriminate. It just so happened that like a lot of my friends are tall. I feel like every tall girl probably would feel more comfortable if she had at least one tall friend. Not saying go look for a tall friend, but I feel like it just makes you feel more comfortable. You feel more secure because you have someone there that's just as tall as you. So the next comment is, can you do a series? I'm 19 and 6'2" and loving it. So everybody that said you love this and you want a series, I'm giving it to you. So I'm expecting a lot of interaction. The next girl says, as a 6'1" volleyball player in high school, this really speaks to me. This is the stereotype that we all play volleyball, basketball, do some type of sport. We're very athletic. But I do want to address that that is not always the case. Like, just because you're tall does not mean you automatically play a sport. Like this girl says, she plays volleyball. I did play volleyball as well. Basketball was my main sport. But being tall does not mean that you have to play a sport. So I don't want any women or girls or young girls out there feeling pressure just because you're tall, thinking that that's the only avenue that you have. I decided in college not to play basketball anymore, and it just wasn't my calling anymore. I did get a lot of backlash even from family members about not playing basketball anymore. This is how I feel. Just because I'm tall doesn't mean that I'm destined to be a basketball player or a volleyball player. And now I'm in a totally different field. Now I modeled after I stopped playing basketball. I did that for a while and actually did really good at it. And then now I own my own clothing boutique and I do stuff more in the fashion industry. So just because you're tall does not mean you're destined to be a volleyball player or a basketball player. If you do play, great. That's a great way, especially if you're in high school. That's a great way to get a scholarship, great way to get a free education. So great. But I want all the tall women or tall girls out there to know that just because you're tall does not mean you should be in a category of this is all that you can do is play sports. That is not the case, and I definitely do not agree with that. And I've been in both worlds. I've been an athlete, and now I'm not in that world anymore. And I branched out into entrepreneurship and doing this for you guys. So yeah, don't feel like you're in that box. So the next comment says, I'm still working on accepting my height, and it has like the mad face emoji. She didn't give how old she was. A lot of younger girls have trouble with accepting their height because at that point in your life, you're still figuring out who you are. You're figuring out everything basically. You are not sure of yourself in general. So when you add being extremely tall, it does make it even more difficult to just find yourself as a woman. Accepting your height is not something that just happens like that, but I promise you it will come over time. It takes growth, it takes maturity, it takes knowing yourself as a woman. I feel like as a woman, we already have so much that we have to accept or just have to come into our own and blossom as a woman. So then when you add accepting your height on top of that, it is even more difficult. But I think the more confident you get in yourself, the more you accept even things that you consider a flaw. So if right now you think your height is a flaw, eventually over time you will find the beauty in your height. I don't know how old you are because you didn't say in the comment, but it definitely takes time. That's why I'm doing this series, because of how much feedback and how many young girls wrote to me. But I'm definitely want this series to be a place where you feel comfortable to talk about your issues. No one is going to judge you. I'm definitely not going to judge you. I'm going to even tell you about my issues because I have issues. I want you guys to feel comfortable to comment or to reply to people in the comments, as long as it's positive feedback to other people. I don't want anybody coming on here judging anybody or saying, oh my God, you're huge, or just saying negative stuff like that, because you will get blocked. Like, I'm letting you know, you will get blocked. This is going to be a safe community for us tall women to talk about our issues. Another comment that I wanted to address is, Somebody said, where were the bottoms that were in the picture from the last video? Where are they on my site? They said they want them so bad. And if you guys didn't know, I have my own online women's boutique, and anything I talk about that I'm wearing that's from my site, you can get at www.vonshay.com, and it will always be linked in the description box. So if you just click the description box and look, and it'll usually say like shop Vonshay or something like that, and then it'll list whatever I talked about in the video. So, and then you could just click the link and purchase from there. I have on today, it's like a beaded cover up. This is a new piece on Vonshay.com. So if you want to get that, I'll put it in the description box down below. I also have something up my sleeves for all my tall women that will be coming, I'm hoping, by the beginning of next year. So yeah, so just stay tuned. Keep watching, okay? So the next comment I really love because it's from a guy and it's addressed Dear Tall Queens. And it's a very, very long comment, but he kind of numbers out like the top 10 things, perks, or just things about tall women that he loves. And it's very respectful. It's not like vulgar or like just, you know. So it says, Dear Tall Queens. I'm just going to kind of paraphrase it. It says, stand straight, stand out, stand tall, stand proud. I love that. Like, I'm definitely going to use that. So thank you. Thank you in advance. Let me say his name. His name is Terrell. Thank you in advance for that because I will be using that. God couldn't contain so much beauty in a small body, so God wanted to give you so much beauty that he stretched it out. Like, preach, Terrell. Preach. Like, I love this. So I'm just going to list the things he said of the perks about being tall. He said memorable presence, number one, that commands attention. I definitely agree with that. We talked about that on the previous video and a little bit in this video that tall women, we command attention. Your presence is known when you walk in the building. So that's why I've always cared so much about how I'm dressed, that I look presentable at all times. Well, not all times because I got my bummy days, but I look presentable because I know that I'm gonna stand out. So if I'm gonna stand out, I'm gonna make sure, like I said in my last video, I'm gonna kill it. I'm gonna stand out, and you're gonna remember me, and you're gonna be like, dang, I remember that tall girl. She was dressed to the nines. She looked nice. Her hair was on point. Her makeup was on point. That's what I want you to remember me. And also that I'm a funny, smart, kind, beautiful, intelligent person. Phenomenally attractive long legs, which I love my legs. If you feel like your legs are something that is a flaw, that's what you're gonna have to learn to highlight. So I highlight my legs. I love showing off my long legs. There are certain things as tall women you have to stay away from because if the dress is too short, you're gonna look crazy. But my legs are a statement for me. Like, they are my statement piece. Gorgeous and bold wearing heels speaks to your confidence and comfort to dress stylish. Let's just call a spade a spade. People judge you from the moment they look at you. If you are dressed to the nines or presentable or carry yourself with confidence, people are definitely going to remember that. And when you exude confidence, it gives off, you can feel it. It radiates through a room. So I couldn't agree with that more. He is really speaking to me. Terrell is really speaking to me. Can wear anything, even unfitting clothes, and still look like models. Now, I don't agree with that because there are some stuff I cannot wear and I do not look like a model when I wear it. But I guess, like, people do say when you have a longer body, a longer canvas, basically, stuff just fits better on you because they make these clothes, they're making them for a model figure. So I guess I can see that, but everything does not look good on me. I know that. Eat more and not gain much weight. High metabolism. I've heard that too. Even when I was pregnant, I thought I was huge, but a lot of people were like, you didn't even gain that much weight. And I used to say, I think it's because I have a lot more space for it to go to, but I mean, as I'm getting older, that eat more and not gain weight, that's a lie. Taken seriously, patient and adaptive, dealing with limited clothing options, tight spaces, and typical tall questions. I guess we are very patient because we deal with that type of stuff. Less likely harassed physically by shorter haters, bullies, and muggers, least to get stomped on. I don't don't know where that last one came from, but I mean, I do see the intimidation factor, but I don't think that would stop anybody from harming you, especially our crazy world nowadays. But I get what you're saying. You can go and read the whole thing on my page, but that was pretty nice. That was really nice, especially coming from a guy. That was really nice. Next comment is another young lady, and she says she measures from 5'10" to just over 6 feet. I'm kind of paraphrasing these or kind of summing them up because a lot of them are really long. And she says that she played basketball and she always got asked if she played sports and volleyball. And she said people would even ask her if she was a model, but she secretly loved that because that's a compliment to her. And then she says, I sometimes still feel weird about my height, but at the end of the day, I love it. I do have body image issues, recovering anorexic, what up, but it's not height related. Which, first of all, I want to applaud you for even sharing that and even saying, look, I still have issues. I'm not perfect, which all of us do. I still have issues within myself, things that I don't like about myself or I'm not as confident in. So I don't want to come across as I'm just like, oh, I'm perfect, I'm confident. Yeah, I am. I have gotten to a place where I'm very comfortable as a woman and as with my body, but there are things that I am still very self-conscious or self-critical about. I'm saying that to say that everybody has something that they are not confident about or that they struggle with. So for you to say, look, I'm a recovering anorexic, I still have body issues, but look, I'm dealing with it and I'm not perfect, that's amazing. Like, every day that you can say, I'm not perfect, but I'm dealing with it and accepting who I am, that right there is what this whole thing, this whole series to me is about, is accepting your height, your body, everything about you as a woman. Women, we are so critical on each other and we judge women and we say, oh, her hair ain't nice, or oh, why she do her makeup like that? Oh, she's 6 feet, like she's huge, or oh, she's super short, she's a midget. We do it too often. So this series is, yes, it's dedicated to tall women because that's what I relate to. But for any woman, I want this series to be a place where this is a no judgment zone. We talk about and interact with each other based on what issues we have. Man or woman, short or tall, big or small, accept them all. You like that rhyming, don't you? The next comment is from a young lady. She's 6'1.5". She's 14 years old. I can definitely relate because I think I was 6 foot at 14 or 15. I know I was pretty much at 6 feet by that age. And she said, all the boys are like 5'7", and every day I get people asking questions about my height. She says, love you, thanks for this video. So I talked about this a little in my other video, but honey, number one, you have plenty of time for boys. I know your parents say that. I know everybody says that, but you have plenty of time for boys. Trust me, they are nothing but a headache. So take as long as you need. But at 14, I completely get it because I was about 6 feet at 15, I think. And so I definitely had those feelings of, man, all the guys are shorter than me. So I get where you're coming from. But I just really, if I could tell my younger self, Chardonnay, don't worry, and it's going to happen, and the guys are going to be taller as they get older, I would tell my younger self that. So I'm telling you this, trust me, it is not the end of the world. Guys do not peak until they're like freshmen in college or seniors in high school. But it is not the end of the world. That's all I can really tell you. Focus on school. Focus on yourself. Focus on your inner self and being confident with yourself and your height regardless of a man, honey. And that will come. In the last comment, I'm just going to throw in here for kicks and giggles. It says, can you jump and touch the rim of a basketball hoop? And we're going to say this dude's name. His name is Matthew. And Matthew, let me just say this. I know I wrote something smart back because this is what us tall women or tall people in general have an issue with. People like you that automatically just come up, oh, can you touch a backboard? Can you touch the rim? Can you dunk? Are you in the WNBA? That is annoying. Like, it's annoying. It's aggravating. And if you're short, I don't know how tall you are, Matthew McDowell, but if I came up to you and was constantly asking you about your height, you would be annoyed with that. So as a tall woman, or just representing for all the tall women out there, please do not come up to us in the streets and ask us, can we touch a rim? Can we dunk? Not everybody cares to be a basketball player just because we're tall. Not everybody cares to be athletic just because we're tall. So stop asking. This is my main issue. Stop asking. I really like what one of my subscribers said. He said, "Dear tall queens, stand straight, stand out, stand tall, stand proud. God couldn't contain so much beauty in a small body, so God wanted to give you so much beauty that he stretched it out." So I think that's how I'm going to close every video, just as a reminder to my tall queens out there that you are beautiful, you are tall, but you stand out, and you are confident. And I want you guys to exude that confidence in everywhere you go. So thank you guys for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And share this video with your family and friends. Share them with your other tall friends so that we can have a big movement of tall women that are uniting and talking about our issues in a no judgment zone. And yeah, so the more the merrier. I want you guys to interact and comment and tell me what you guys want to see more of. Thank you guys for watching again. And I'll see you next time on Model Citizens. Bye, you guys.